Scott Woods from Hawkridge Systems, and today I'm here to talk about SOLIDWORKS Visualize and SOLID Visualize Boost. So I found myself in the predicament where I needed to produce photorealistic renderings and animations for a customer presentation, but I had other work I needed to do and I couldn't just type my workstation while the renderings chugged away. I also didn't have the budget to purchase a high-end rendering station. Luckily with SOLIDWORKS Visualize Pro, high-end hardware just isn't needed when it comes to producing professional imagery. Let's take a look at how Visualize will utilize all hardware, including the graphics cards, allowing me to get my job done, and believe it or not, on a $1,000 server. It's important to understand that the GPU, also known as the graphics card, is the heart of the rendering server. For this build, I used two NVIDIA GTX cards, which is technically gaming technology. Really, the point of this is that Visualize will utilize any CUDA-based GPU. So even if the card isn't designed for engineering, it might still be very effective for professional rendering. Visualize Pro will utilize both the GPU and the CPU of this server, and this allows super fast renderings on hardware that isn't super expensive. Almost all other engineering rendering applications are CPU only and won't even see the GPUs. Since GPU processing power is a fraction of the price compared to CPU, you get a lot more bang for your buck. On top of that, Visualize Pro comes with the ability to farm render, called Boost. This allows the budget server to be used for farm rendering, or used as a power boost for your current workstation, and this allows for high-end animations and virtual reality content to be produced from hardware which wouldn't typically be considered. To start off, I would like to show you why my main workstation just wouldn't cut it. It's a decent computer, but it's not the right hardware for what I needed to make. Here I have the model I used for the animation. I'm currently working within SOLIDWORKS Visualize Pro, operating completely off my main workstation. This computer works great for running SOLIDWORKS, and it does work for Visualize, but really, it's not a rendering station and should not be used as such. By turning on accurate mode, you can get a good feel for what this final render will look like. As you can see, it's not fast. I'm getting just about one rendering pass per second, which makes working within the software not nearly as fun as it should be. Now using Boost, I'll connect to the budgetary rendering server that I built for under $1,000. Immediately after connecting to the server, my rendering passes per second jump up to over 20. That's a 20 times increase in processing speed for just under $1,000. And if this of course makes your experience when working within the software much more enjoyable. Let's take a look at some alternative interactive publications and benchmark times for this server. There's no way I would have been able to produce these awesome publications in time for the event with the hardware I had available, and I just didn't have the budget to build a $5,000 to even $20,000 high-end rendering server, which any CPU-based rendering software would have required. My decision to use SOLIDWORKS Visualize Pro alongside this budget server really turned out to be the best decision I could have made. Because of its ability to effectively work with CUDA technology, allowed me to utilize less expensive gaming tech for these professional renderings and animation. The engineering event turned out to be a really good way to cross-promote Visualize and educate people on what the software could actually do. Everyone was impressed with the animation, and I could have never produced this content in time without building the server. If you have run into similar situations and need a little help, that's what we're here for. Here at Hawkridge Systems, we also offer a mentoring service called the Visualize Flight Plan, where we'll customize a solution for your particular needs. We can even render your first project for you. What you want to do with the flight plan time is completely up to you. So contact us today for a full overview of what our flight plan has to offer, or even a live product demonstration. And remember, anybody can create professional renderings even on a tight budget. Never let the lack of high-end engineering hardware get in your way of creating imagery, animations, and stunning VR content.